All right, welcome. When you first log into the app or first open that link, you can either sign in or register, depending on if you're new or not. I've already registered, so I'm going to go to sign in, and I'm going to type in my login information that I used. When you do this, you do not have to use your LFA email address, but you certainly can. When you sign in, it'll bring up this screen. This shows my 8-day schedule. Mine's already populated because I have signed in and it's been saved. I can change this if my day schedule changes. If you have a double period, you can click this. This will say that that particular class has a double period. And after you're done, you go to full. And whatever's in your 8-day will automatically populate into the rest of the calendar. And then on here, you have the ability to add other meetings. So maybe you have an independent study, or maybe you have a math meeting, or maybe you have some other meeting that you want, a college counseling meeting. You can put that in here. This would be the name of the event, and this would be the location of the event. Once you have this populated with what your calendar is for your periods, you can go to the Export tab. On this tab, then, we would include our classes, because that's what we're going to be exporting. And I'll show you different options when you do this. Now, I like the headings. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to click Download Files. It's going to go like that. And I'll open it up, and here's what it looks like. It has all of the classes, A5, A8, AB, all the A, B, C, D, and E, M, G for the whole school year. And then you can import this into Google Calendar. Now, if you don't like the A5s in front of there, that's fine. You just get rid of this heading, and you click Download Files, and then you can open this, and then they're gone. So now it doesn't say those things. Now, if you want to include free periods, what this does, if I download this, now I don't actually have any classes, A1, but this is all the A1s throughout the year. So it'll just make a blank spot in my calendar for that. Or if you download those with the headings, then it would say, here's all A1. So on your calendar, it would just say A1, A2, A3 for all, and then have a blank spot event, a blank event in your calendar. And then if you wanted to, you could double click on that in Google Calendar, go in and change it. So some people like that. I prefer not because I don't like it to be that full. So I don't include free periods, but it's up to you what you want to do. The other thing that some people like is they'd like a separate file for every color band. So if you click this, and you hit this, it'll ask you, are you okay downloading multiple files? You'd have to say allow. And then when you go into here, you'll see I have a file now for green, orange, and purple. So all those files now will have just my green, orange, and purple band. So if I go into the purple band, this is just my AP Stats class that meets in the A8 or purple band. And I can import that to a separate calendar. So these are just different ways that you can download those things. Now, my preference is to download my classes. I don't like them in separate bands. I put them in one, and I'll show you a couple things that I'm going to do with here. I like the headings, and I click download file, and I got to remember that's schedule 5. And then the other thing you can do is I like to separately download some of the events that happen. So in a separate calendar, I like advisories and morning meetings and breaks and all school meetings. I'm going to put the exam schedule in here. I don't want the club times. It's just not that important to me, but you might want them. And then I would download this. And then, so this one, what it has is it has all the advisory time periods and all the morning meeting time periods and all the breaks and all the all school meetings and the exams that happen at the end of the semesters. And then maybe I want a separate one that has the letter days and the planner events. And that's how I like to do that one. So then I can download this. And what this then has is it has just that this specific date is an A day, this is a B day, this is a C day, and it shows that at the top of your calendar. And then it has these other events like, oh, this is the 9th grade retreat day, and this is when yearbooks are given out, and this is Healthy Choices Day. Just all these specific days that happen. You can see most of these don't have a time, they just have a day. So they'll show up mostly at the top of your calendar. So I have all these things downloaded the way I want to. And these bottom two are mostly for faculty and staff. So if your faculty and staff use those, if you're not, I would avoid them. And now let's talk about how to get them into your Google Calendar. So here's my Google Calendar. You'd go to Settings, So that's this little cog right here. And you go to add calendar. And the first thing I think I'm going to add is I'm going to create a new calendar. Um, I'm going to add sort of the planner events. So I'm going to create this calendar. And once it's made, I'm going to import. And I'm going to go to LFA Planner. I'm going to select the file. And that was actually the last one I just did, so I'm going to choose 7. You wouldn't have as many of these, so you want to keep track. I'll hit open, and I'll hit import. Now it's going to take a second because there's a number of events that are being imported in here, but I'll show you what it looks like on my calendar once it's done. And then I'll import my classes. And then finally I'll import the morning meetings and breaks and such. So you can see how all of them look. So again, it's importing a number of different events right now. Could be hundreds of events, 456 out of 462. So there was clearly 6 events that didn't import. I'll fix that. And then if you go to the calendar then, and we scroll over, you can see, and I prefer this to be a different color. So I'm going to change this to, I'm going to say I like it to be some sort of a mango color. So these are all different events that are happening. So that's preseason. This is an A day. This is a B day, a C day. Fall PEs begin here. This is the starter cycle 1. The all school handshake. The student bank is open. So it has these sort of general planner events on here for you. So if you want those in there, you can put them in there. All right. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my classes in here. So I'm going to go here, and again, I'm going to go to add calendar. I'm going to create a new calendar. I'm going to call this LFA classes. And I'm going to create a calendar. Once that calendar is made, I'm going to go to import. I'm going to make sure I choose LFA, cancel. I'm going to make sure I put it in LFA classes here. You do not want to put it into your general calendar, because then if you make a mistake or want to change it later, you can't delete them unless you do it one by one. So make sure you put in a separate calendar, LFA classes. I'm going to import this. This would have been the 5th one that I did, and hit open. And then I'm going to import. Now it's going to take quite a long time, because this is, again, every class period for the whole school year, for all of my classes. And again, it's probably 400, 500, 600. I don't know how many it is, but it's a few. And again, once this is 418, so those all worked, so that's good. We'll go back to settings, and then you can see all my classes are in here. And again, if you don't like this color, I want my classes to be a bluish color. Let's go with this one here. So there's all my classes for each of the days throughout the school year. And it says what the period was, so that's C2, or it says D4, and then it says when it's happening. Okay. And then the last one that I decided I wanted was this one that had morning meetings and breaks and stuff. So I'm going to add another calendar. And again, you can put these all in one calendar. You can put them all, each of them in separate calendars. You can do however you want to. Oh, I'll call it that for now. Doesn't matter necessarily. I can rechange the name later. So I made a new calendar. I went to import. I'm going to choose that calendar here. And then this one, I'm going to choose the 6th one and open it and import it. And I choose not to put this in classes, because I like my classes to be a different color than the other things that I have going on. Like the planner events, those are kind of more general, larger things. I don't like them to look the same. So you can see now that the meetings are in there. So I'm gonna make these sort of a green color. So break is here, advisory, morning meeting, break. You can see when those are happening. You can see that there is probably an all school meeting. There's an all school meeting right there. So these all come in currently in green. And the other thing that I put in here, I think I put in the exam periods in this one. I did. So the A2 exam, the A5 exam period, those are all in here in green. And you can do that however you'd like to. So again, that allows you to download it. And again, you can combine these any way you want. If you want all of them in one calendar, you can do that. You can just click all the boxes. If you want some of them in one calendar, some in another. If you want all of them in separate calendars, you can do that. Completely up to you. And one of the things you can do to make sure you understand what's in each of these files, you saw what was in the letter days and the planner events. These again are for faculty and staff. I showed you advisory, morning meeting breaks, all school meetings, exam schedule. I left up the club times. This is just basically G Day afternoon, saying that there's club time G Day afternoon. But basically everything else I included in my download. So hopefully that will serve you well as you set up your calendar and might maybe help you keep more on track. Your calendar then will show up on your phone or even a smartwatch if you want, if you have it set to do that. That way you'll always know what's coming up. Um, as you maybe saw when you logged into this, I'm going to go back just because I think I want to give credit where credit is due. Cancel. This app was made by Robert Ding and myself. We worked together on this. So make sure if you know him, congratulate him on his work that he did making this app. Also, the files that we used to create all of the calendar events was worked on by the head of school or the dean of faculty office. So thank them as well. All right, that's it. Talk to you later.